Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Pokémon Storm Silver playthrough. And in the last episode, we came through Ecruteak City, we went through the Burn Tower and defeated our rival, and we also claimed the 4th gym badge of the Johto region. In today's episode, hopefully, we can make our way to Olivine City and scale all the way through the Lighthouse. If we happen to have time, then maybe we can defeat a gym leader, but for now, let's talk to this clown who, I thought he was actually going to stop us. Let's see what he says. He does a quick little twirl. What makes a slow Pokemon move before a quick Pokemon? Why, a Trick Room, of course. And then he gives us TM92, which I assume is for Trick Room. And Trick Room is a kind of move where once you activate it, the slowest Pokemon, the Pokemon with the lowest speed stat, get to move first. So it's the opposite of how it normally is. So coming over this way, we will get, holy shit, we will get stopped by Steven Stone, the champion of the Hoenn region. You wouldn't happen to be Will, would you? Sorry, I should introduce myself. My name is Steven. I'm the champion of the Hoenn region. Cynthia told me about a young trainer who seemed different from the rest. I can see what she meant immediately. Your aura is fucking crazy. Do you remember the story of the legendary trainer that Cynthia told you? I actually do not at all, actually. It said that... I have no idea what he's talking about. Johto and Kanto regions as well is very far north. Each plate represents an element. They can be found anywhere. In the modern age, they're probably either held by enthusiasts buried in the ground or even just picked up by random people. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if one happened to end up in the bin of a research lab. How do I know these plates exist? Because I've already located one. This is the iron plate, the plate that represents the element of steel. I'd like to leave it in your capable hands, however it can give your Pokemon a small boost to some of their moves too. It'll be helpful. Here, don't drop it. And we get the iron plate from Steven Stone, which is very fitting, and he tells us to try looking for the rest of it and to prove the legend true, and then he walks off into the distance. So we will head through the gate here, and let's see what route. We are on Route 38. So coming over this way, down to Olivine City, I'm really quickly going to pop a repel because there's nothing over in this route that I need at the moment. Speaking of that, let's take a quick look at the team and see where we've been. So I've done a little bit of training since the last episode, and as you guys can see, we also have a new team member. So, if you guys remember, when we talked to Cynthia, she mentioned something about heading up to a little archaeology center up in Goldenrod City, which is something I did not do on camera because I actually did not even read that she said that. When I went back and watched that episode, I realized that she said that, and so off camera, I went down to Goldenrod City, and this archaeology center is actually located where the bike center is in the original Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And if you head in there and talk to one of the archaeologists, he will hand you all of the fossils, except for the Aerodactyl one, I believe, all the way up to Gen 4. So out of all of those fossils, I went ahead and picked up Kabuto, and I traded Kabuto out for Aeron, and I did this because Kabuto and Aeron are both water types, both rock types, but Kabuto is a water type. So really quickly, I'm going to clear out some of these trainers, and we will get through the route. Alrighty, so we defeat one of the sailors here, and Sukuna actually got banged up a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and switch our Ampharos into the first position, and we will continue on. I imagine there's going to be more water type and flying type trainers, so we will see what lies ahead. Alrighty, so that trainer actually happened to have an Ampharos as well, so we had to switch out Volt in favor of Zomu the Espeon to take care of that Ampharos, since I actually don't have any moves to deal with other electric types, since all of Volt's moves are electric. But let's continue on to the next trainer. Alrighty, and with that, another trainer is down, and this one also would like our phone number, so we got a couple trainers that want our numbers so that way we can go back around and battle them whenever they happen to call. That's assuming I pick up, of course. And something that I actually just noticed, well, two things. First off, this dickweed blocked us in, so we can't move anywhere, we have to go around. But two, the sky also got a little bit darker, so that's pretty cool that we get to see the day-night cycle in action. So let's keep moving up here, and I believe we see the Battle Frontier guy, yes. So, or excuse me, this is not the Battle Frontier guy, this is the Safari Zone guy, if I'm not mistaken. My name is Boba. I used to run a Safari Zone in Fuchsia City, but it was becoming out of date with new entertainment options coming out. I decided to go overseas to learn the newest technology and open a state-of-the-fart Safari Zone. A state-of-the-fart Safari Zone. Yeah, that's what he said. Do you want to register? Fuck yeah, I want to register. I'm really curious to see what is actually in the Safari Zone in this ROM hack, because a handful of the routes that I've seen so far obviously have had some Pokemon that have gotten that are different than what they were in the original game. But Spiritomb specifically, and then the other gym leaders are what I noticed the most about the changes for this ROM hack. So I'm going to go ahead and skip these trainers real quick, and I'm going to go back around out of episode and battle them, so that way I can grind up some of these levels, especially some of these optional fights. I'm going to try to skip and do those off camera just to save a little bit of time. But here popping out of the gym is our rival. You again. There's no need to be alert. I don't bother with wimps like you. Speaking of weaklings, the city's gym leader isn't here. She's supposedly taking care of a sick Pokemon at the Lighthouse. Boo-hoo. Just let the sick Pokemon go. A Pokemon that can't battle is worthless. Why don't you go train at the Lighthouse? Who knows? It may make you a bit of a better trainer. That guy is like totally not a complete asshat or anything like that. Not at all. Alrighty, so before we head up to the Lighthouse and see what he's talking about, let's go ahead and heal our team up. So while I'm here in the Pokemon Center, I actually did notice this random trainer who I don't remember being in the... What the fuck? Okay. Alright, I was gonna say that I don't remember that trainer being there in the original game, and I was completely right. I really just do not remember that. So, unfortunately, I actually misclicked. She asked if we finished the Lighthouse, and I meant to say no, but I accidentally said yes. I just hit the wrong button. And so, she said flag set. So, I'm definitely a little curious to figure out what the hell she's talking about with that. That confused the hell out of me. If you couldn't tell, that really just confused the actual hell out of me. Whatever that was. So we'll pick up a couple super potions and revives just so that way we can heal up our team as we scale the Lighthouse. And since it's a whole lot of battling on our way up through the Lighthouse, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just challenge the... Holy shit, and another gym leader. So we're going to talk to Volkner really quick before I finish my sentence. Glitter Lighthouse. It reminds me a lot of Sunny Shore City. That's what this thing is called? Glitter Lighthouse? Oh hi, you must be a trainer from Johto, huh? There's something about you. You remind me of a trainer who once recharged my passion for battling. It's a shame you aren't challenging the Sinnoh League, and yet you somehow cheered me up. Let me give you this as a gift of thanks. And Volkner will give us TM73, which is Thunder Wave. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Volt already has Thunder Wave, actually. Thunder Wave is a move that paralyzes on impact. But... you know, it's pretty cool to have that TM. Maybe we can put it on a different Pokemon later. But as I was saying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to battle all the trainers through here, and I'll skip over them. But if something interesting happens to happen during the battle, like a crazy, you know, battle goes down to the wire or something like that, I'll go ahead and put it up on screen. But if everything gets skipped over, then that means we pretty much just went through this whole thing pretty easy. So I'll see you guys on the other side. Alrighty, so we have reached the top with Jasmine and her Ampharos. Throughout the entire Lighthouse, literally all of the damage that I sustained was pretty much only to Ampharos and a little bit to Zomu and Mr. 1. And by the way, I forgot to mention as well, Mr. 1, if you guys don't know, is a reference to One Piece. Mr. 1 was the one of the commanders in Baroque Works underneath Crocodile, the warlord. And Mr. 1 had, I think it was the Slice Fruit was what it was called, where his arms would basically just turn into massive blades. And that is literally what Kabutops can do. So I'm looking forward to when it evolves. We'll have a pretty strong water type and a pretty strong rock type as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Jasmine.
This Pokemon's always kept the sea lit at night, but suddenly got sick. It's gasping for air. I understand that there's a wonderful pharmacy in Cyanwood, but that's across the sea and I can't leave Ampy unattended.
Oh, cool. Alrighty, so let's head over to Cyanwood, and it's looking like we will be able to actually face off against another gym leader, so we're doing a pretty good streak of being able to face a gym leader in episode and really kind of get through this region and see what this game has to offer. We'll head down to the bottom floor, and then we'll swim down to Cyanwood, and we will see what's going on down there. I know that they have a fighting type gym leader, so it's definitely going to be Espeon's turn to shine and just dominate the entire thing. Throughout the Lighthouse, Ampharos also got pretty high level as well, so it's going to get a little bit higher level as we head down to the sea, but I will see you guys on the ocean after I heal the team up. Alrighty, so we're gonna head down here, and we're gonna head down to Cyanwood. Now, same as the other routes, I'm gonna try to go past as many trainers as possible, but whoever I happen to run into, you know, whatever happens with that, we'll go ahead and skip the battles unless something interesting happens. For the most part, a lot of these battles have been pretty easy and one-sided. The only battles that have really given me any true challenges have been really the gym leader battles, but even then it's been mainly just... No, actually, no, we've kicked all of the gym leaders' asses. So, a lot of the battles so far have been pretty solid, but we've also built up a solid team. A lot of our Pokemon have actually been kind of over-leveled, as I've been anticipating a pretty high challenge for a lot of this stuff. So, maybe I'm actually getting a little bit too over-leveled. So, maybe that's something that I can work on, is not over-leveling the team quite as much. So hopefully we can get past... Oh, there we go. But I'll work on not over-leveling the team as much if we start flying through too many gym leaders. But coming into Cyanwood Town, I see... What is your name? I forgot who you are. I want to say that you are Caitlin, but I don't remember. A Pikachu was washed up on the shore and it seemed to be surfing but collapsed. Oh! Wait, what? A Pikachu, blah, 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 blah. Are you a trainer? That Pokemon leading your party? No, never mind. The fuck you got on Ampharos? Is it because he's an electric type I can't get another electric type? Or is it just because my party is full? She said the first one. That's you, fucking Volt. You're gonna take that personally? Show her what you got. Dude, you know what? Damn, that sucks. Oh, wow. Hello. How you doing, Suicune? Suicune is also up here, and that means Yucine is not far behind as Suicune does a little dance and then runs off into the distance. And here comes Yucine. Yo, Will, wasn't that Suicune just now? I only caught a quick glimpse, but I thought Suicune was running on the waves. Suicune is beautiful and grand, and it races through towns and roads at simply awesome speeds. It's wonderful. I want to see Suicune up close. I've decided I'll battle you as a trainer to earn Suicune's respect. Come on, Will, let's battle now. So we finally get to battle Yucine after he glazed us pretty hard back there for aura farming again in front of Suicune. So Yucine is going to lead off with a level 34 Hypno, and we'll send Volt out and we'll go ahead and hit it with a quick discharge, which is something that Volt learned while we were going up the Lighthouse. So Hypno is going to throw out a nasty plot, which will boost its special attack, but I'm actually hoping for paralysis, which we Jesus Christ, which we did not get, as this Psychic hopefully doesn't kill us, and a critical hit, of course. So Volt goes down, so that means it's time for Sukuna to shine, as Sukuna is probably going to completely just wall this thing. I don't know if it'll even have another move that's not a Psychic type, so we'll go ahead and use an Ominous Wind and hope for a stat boost. We'll send out, ooh, a Rotom. He's got a standard Rotom form, but I still ended up using Ominous Wave anyway, which sends Rotom down to half with no stat boost on our end. Rotom will go ahead and throw out a Thunderbolt, which will almost take out Sukuna, but luckily we hang on just a little bit for Sukuna to take down his Rotom. I was a little scared there that Sukuna was going to die in one shot to a non-super effective move. That's definitely a little concerning. Out comes Electrode, which is going to be a bit of a problem, as it's going to luckily miss its Thunder, but I'm going to... God damn it, Sukuna! Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, I was going to put it to sleep and then just kind of slowly heal Sukuna up, but it looks like we got to abort that mission, so we'll go ahead and go to Inferno to hopefully not get killed by a Thunderbolt that comes from the sky. I'm hoping to be able to burn it at the very least just to get some residual damage on it, as another Thunder hits and another Pokemon goes down. So, looks like I'm eating my damn words about what I was saying earlier about the difficulty, as Yucine is probably going to kick my ass here, and I'm going to have to attack this battle with a new strategy. So luckily Electrode's Thunder misses, and I'm gonna go for the Metronome. I meant to fucking click Tri Attack and I clicked the wrong button. Luckily he'll withdraw the Electrode, so hopefully we can kind of get a little bit back on track here as Hypno will come out, and I'm gonna throw out the Tri Attack. Unfortunately, Togepi has not evolved, and more than likely I'm probably gonna end up trading it out for another Pokemon later down the line, but right now I'm going to go ahead and throw out Mr. 1. I want to save Espeon in the back. I know Espeon can probably deal with this a little bit, but I want to try to get some other Pokemon some experience as well. I just didn't expect everybody to get their asses kicked so hard. Thankfully, Yucine will not heal, and we can get off that critical hit Aqua Jet. That was a lucky one, and Hypno will go down. I fully expect Electrode to come back out, so I'm going to go ahead and try... Oh, no, he's got a Jumpluff. that is an interesting one. So Jumpluff comes out, so I still expect an outspeed because it's a fucking 4 times grass effective. So I'll try to get the flinch. Unfortunately, we get seeded. I'm going to try to keep going for the Aqua Jet. I think Aqua Jet can flinch, but I actually don't remember. Unfortunately, it's getting to set up here. So what I'm actually going to do, a bit of a change of strategy. I am going to heal Inferno up and try to get our team back on track a little bit, as this thing is kind of, you've seen kind of, I wasn't expecting this. I ran into this battle pretty blind, and now Mr. 1 is probably going to end up getting seated down. So I'm going to go ahead and heal up Inferno all of the way to full health, and then we are going to, hopefully, if Mr. 1 stays alive, I will revive Sukuna as well. So we'll kind of use Mr. 1 as a little bit of fodder here to get our team back on track. I know not everyone's a super big fan of the revive heal strategy, but at the same time, I fully did not expect this guy to be packing this level of a punch. Especially when I saw the Rotom, I should have knew. That was definitely out of left field, something I didn't expect, and especially seeing a Jumpluff here as well. Unfortunately, I was not able to get Sukuna up to full health, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw Inferno in, and because that Reflect is still up, we're going to go ahead and throw out an Ember. Hopefully I can burn this thing, like I said, to get some residual damage, which no, I do not, but luckily the Reflect wears off, so we'll go ahead and start hitting this thing with some Flame Wheels to hopefully do a little bit more damage. I don't know if I'll be able to burn it, but hopefully if I do, I can take it out before Espeon has to come in. I would like to heal Sukuna, and hopefully we can get to that point, but this Jumpluff is causing us some problems, as luckily we do get the burn, so hopefully we can kind of even out against that Leech Seed damage. It's also faster than us, which sucks, but luckily we'll get that Ember off, get it right down into the red, and the burn will finish it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sacrifice Inferno to the incoming Electrode, and I'm going to revive up Sukuna, and I'm going to hope that a Thunder misses, and I can actually land my Hypnosis this time, because that definitely put us into a bit of a corner last time. We started getting our ass kicked pretty hard after that, so a bit of a bounce back from the team, which is good, but it's not over yet, as Inferno will go down. Inferno definitely needs to evolve before he's more of a threat, and that's something that I should definitely try to do at the fighting type gym, or maybe I'll try to get him right up to evolution level off screen, and then I'll just record the evolution and we'll do it that way, just because more than likely some of the trainers I missed will provide the extra levels that the team needs. And I completely forgot I was going to do the damn Hypnosis strategy. Luckily Electrode misses another Thunder, so I'm going to get the Ominous Wind and almost kill it. Even a critical hit is not enough. I'm going to hit the Feint Attack. Luckily, he goes for a Screech, which is just stupid AI being stupid. Electrode has Aftermath? What? You know what? I got an idea. I have an idea. I know for a fact that Team Rocket has, in their hideout, they have Electrode that are down there powering the entire operation for the Red Gyarados and whatnot. So, what I might try to do is catch one of those Electrodes, and hopefully it has Aftermath. Maybe I'll take out like one of them, and if it does damage to me, I'll try to catch the next one up that I see. As we luckily defeat Yucine, and I also taught Spiritomb Sucker Punch because I would like to get that priority outspeed if I know an attacking move is coming, especially because that probably would have saved our ass in this situation, as multiple attacking moves came at us when Spiritomb was low health. So we're going to head down to the Pokemon Center real quick. I'm a heal, and we'll take down the fighting type gym leader. Alrighty, so we're out in front of the fighting type gym. Let's go ahead and head in, and let's face off against the fighting type gym leader. So he's got the waterfall pouring down on his head, and I know we have to go up in here and turn on the gate winch. So we'll clear out these trainers, and then we will face off against the gym leader. Alrighty, so we've taken out most of the trainers in the gym, and we'll come up here to the gate winch, and we'll go ahead and turn the waterfall off, so that way we can face off against Chuck, the fighting type gym leader. And once we take him out, we will be able to head over to that little medicine shop in town, and we'll be able to pick up the medicine for Jasmine's Ampharos. So without further ado, we get to face off against Chuck, the fighting type gym leader. He's a strong trainer, he says. Well, let's see what he can do. Gym leader Chuck with a full team of 6. He will lead off with a level 34 Primeape, and we'll go ahead and send out Espeon, who gained a little bit of levels in the trainer battles that we went through. hopefully, like the trainer battles, we'll be able to take out all of his Pokemon in one shot. For the most part, Zomu pretty much one-shot every single Pokemon that he came up against, which was pretty lucky on our end. Only a couple Pokemon gave us some problems, and I had to use one Super Potion, but outside of that, all of the trainers were pretty easy. For the most part, all of these fighting types should go down pretty easily to Espeon's Side Beam, especially given how strong Espeon's special attack is. The only thing that I see really being a problem is one of these guys outspeeding us, or him happen to have a Pokemon that's just not a fighting type, maybe like a Ghost or a Dark type or something like that, just kind of thrown in there for good measure. But I assume if he has this Hitmonchan, that means he's also going to have Hitmonlee and Hitmontop, which should all be close to one-shots as I say that, but Hitmonchan survives. Luckily, though, it does not seem that it's going to be able to survive another attack from us, so I'm going to go ahead and use Swift so that way we can do a little bit of damage to it, and then we'll go ahead and throw out the Side Beam. That way we can guarantee the kill on that one. And with that Hitmonchan, we'll go ahead and go down to our Side Beam. And just like that, Chuck has been pretty much been a non-factor so far. Luckily, Espeon is just such an incredible counter. Most of the team composition that I'm going to try to have by the end of the series is going to be a lot of dual types and a lot of Pokemon with high base stat totals. But Espeon is going to be one of those ones where the single typing one-stage evolution is, I'm perfectly fine with that. Espeon is probably one of the all-around best Pokemon that you could have on any Pokemon team. It's just a simple put it in and just watch it do its thing. It meshes really well with other Pokemon with its ability to heal itself, and I want to say that it also can use setup moves like Sunny Day and whatnot as well, which is always pretty good to have in your back pocket. Moving on though, Chuck only has 2 Pokemon remaining, one of them being a Hariyama, which I know has some pretty high defenses, but hopefully we can at least get it down into the red and force him out another potion. Or not, we'll go ahead and one-shot it in one shot, making this a little easier on us. With that, Zomu is almost level 39, which is pretty impressive. We're about to hit level 40 as Hitmonlee, his last Pokemon, will come out, which hopefully, like the rest, will fall to a Side Beam. Unfortunately, he had a Fake Out, which kind of sucks, but luckily that's not going to do enough damage to even really scratch us. And with that, Hitmonlee will also go down in one shot to Espeon. This is a lot different than the Ucine battle. I feel like me being cocky in the Ucine battle was a little justified. I don't know why that battle specifically gave me such problems, but luckily the gym leader Chuck gives us no problems at all. Maybe they should promote Ucine to the gym leader. Maybe that's disrespectful. I don't know. But with that, we receive the Storm Badge from Chuck, which allows us to fly city to city. Now, what I was going to do was teach Fly to Togekiss if I happen to evolve Togepi, but unfortunately, Togepi happened to die about like 2 or 3 times when I was training it, which sucks. And one of them was when I accidentally clicked Metronome. One of the moves it used was Self-Destruct. And if you don't know, when your Pokemon faints, its friendship drops by a couple of points. So that's definitely no fun at all, as we obtain the HM02 for Fly, but unfortunately, we cannot use it, which sucks. So we'll definitely have to grab a Pokemon at some point pretty soon that can use Fly, so that way we can fly around the region and kind of make traveling a little bit easier. For the most part, I've kind of had no problems just walking everywhere, especially because I can just cut the video, and it takes no time at all for you guys. But as we get into the later game and we need to traverse the region a little bit more frequently, walking around is going to suck. So we'll definitely get a flying type. I'm going to have to do a little bit of brainstorming to see what kind of flying type I want. I wouldn't mind using Togekiss, and I'm thinking that's what I might stick with, but we'll see about that one. We'll see how that one goes. So I'm going to head over to Olivine City really quickly, and we will deliver this to Jasmine in the Lighthouse. Alrighty, so I got all the way to Olivine City, and then I realized that I actually need to grab the medicine before I try to go give the medicine to Ampharos. So let's head down here to the market really quickly, and we will grab the super medicine, or the secret potion, not the super medicine, the secret potion, and then we will head back to Olivine City, and we will give it to that Ampharos. So now I will see you guys back in Olivine City. Alrighty, so now we are back in Olivine City, and we will head up to the Lighthouse, and we will give Jasmine's Ampharos the medicine. Now, we do have a good amount of time left in the episode, so what I'm going to do is, after I give Ampharos the medicine, I am going to go back through the route that I passed through on the way into Olivine City, and I'm gonna go ahead and train up Quilava a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut to when Quilava's trained and evolving. That way we have a little bit more firepower, literally actually, when we face off against Jasmine herself. So we'll come down around here and we will talk to Jasmine, and she will give Ampharos the medicine. Will that medicine cure Amphi? Yes, it will. We go ahead and give the secret potion to Jasmine, and she tells us not to be offended as Amphi won't have it from anybody else. So Amphi's feeling a lot better. We can see the glow. And with that, Jasmine's Ampharos is all better. And with that, she will also return to the gym. I really don't know why she didn't use the elevator, but oh well. We'll worry about that another time. We'll head down the elevator ourselves, and like I said, before facing off against Jasmine, 2 gym leaders in 1 episode, by the way, which is really, really nice for us. We're making good progress in the ROM hacks so far, and really getting into the juicy parts of the game, which is mainly after, of course, you defeat most of the gym leaders. But I'm gonna run up into the route. Oh, actually, what is this? Oh, so the Safari Warden. Okay, cool. Alrighty, so maybe that's something that we can do at the start of the next episode. I'll start the next episode. What the hell? Anyway, at the start of the next episode, we'll head over to the Safari Zone and we'll see whatever the heck he was talking about. He said a bunch of black men in clothes just ran up and grabbed him, so that probably means Team Rocket went and just kidnapped him. So we're speak of the devil. That is interesting. Okay, so before we can face off against Jasmine, we actually have to take care of Boba in the Safari Zone, and that is what we will start the next episode with. But I appreciate you guys watching this episode. We made some good progress. We came all the way from Ekritique to Olivine down to Cyanwood City, where we absolutely wiped the floor with the gym leader, but not before almost getting wiped off the map ourselves by Yusin, the Suicune Hunter. In the next episode, we will head down to the Safari Zone and we will take care of Team Rocket, and then after that, we will fight off against Jasmine, the Olivine City gym leader. But I appreciate you guys watching this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one.